Agribusiness is presented by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff. It works for everyone.
Well, the Kansas Agriculture and Rural Leadership Program, commonly known as the KARL program, is a program that develops leadership for the future of the agricultural industry and our rural communities in the state of Kansas. Well, the agricultural crisis in the 1980s is why Kansas started the program. We needed more individuals involved in the decision-making processes of an industry that impacted them directly. And they were seeing a situation where people were making decisions for the agricultural community and rural development that weren't associated directly with those agricultural industries or with the rural communities. So there was concern there that they needed to be more involved in the decision-making process. Now we're seeing similar things as change continues to occur very rapidly and urbanization continues to impress upon the fact that we have a need for an urban population that needs better informed, and we're developing the agricultural and rural spokespersons for Kansas to be able to do that. Well, just as an example, right now the national president of the National Association of Wheat Growers is Jerry McReynolds, a Class 1 graduate from Woodston in Rooks County. Steve Backus, who is the president of Kansas Farm Bureau, is a graduate of Class 1 of the program. We've had a number of presidents of the Kansas Livestock Association. We've had a number of individuals that are county commissioners now across the state. They're on school boards, extension council advisories, governor's task force on rural development. There are many different levels of leadership that our graduates are involved in. We're celebrating 20 years of success now with over 300 people from 96 Kansas counties. Contributions for the KARL program are critical to sustaining the program because we don't accept any tax-derived funds. So all of our support for a $250,000 a year budget comes from contributions. That support being on an annual basis for many of our donors, about 700 to date are annual contributors to the program. As long as we earn their continued investment in the program, they continue to sustain the program. And we've been very fortunate with those that return annually. Well, the beauty of investing in the KARL program as a donor is that they're investing in their own future. With their contributions, they are making investments in a more stable agricultural environment. Their leaders are going to be more well informed with what's going on globally as well as locally, and the decision makers are going to have a broad spectrum approach to decision making and analyzing skills and trends that they wouldn't have otherwise. So that is the main reason why they invest in the program, so that they're investing in their own future. Well, it's interesting that the average contribution to the KARL program is $250, and those are from small businesses, mom and pops, and individuals. But the major donors, they also help sustain the program and help cover some of our longer term and higher expenses. We have a $250,000 budget to cover every year. And so it takes a broad spectrum of contributions to be able to make that possible. Our application period for Class 11, which is 2011 through 2013, will be taking place January 1 through April 15th of 2011. So we're surfacing the names of candidates that are interested in participation now. They'll enter a pool of candidates for a screening. That screening will be an application form process. We'll screen those applications down to a pool of 45, and by June of 2011 we will select the class of 30 from those 45 interview candidates. Very simply, they can contact our office at 785-532-6300 or visit our website. That's karlprogram.com, www.karlprogram.com.